No need to drag this out. Let's break down what you actually need to know about the FX2. Long story short, the FX2 is basically an A7 IV in an FX body, with better autofocus, improved IBIS, a built-in fan, and a tilting EVF. Alright, you can turn the video off now, I just told you everything. Sony did something funky here. They grabbed the A7 IV sensor, dropped it into a cinema-style body. It's not an FX3 Mark II, it's not an FX30, it sits somewhere weirdly in the middle. I know everyone wanted an FX3 Mark II, but Sony pretty much said, nope. At the core, you're getting that same 33 megapixel full frame sensor, you get oversampled 4K, up to 30p, and great low light performance. And honestly, a lot of people think this is one of Sony's best bang for buck sensors ever. You get 15 plus stops of dynamic range and enough megapixels for stills without going overboard. Speaking of 33 megapixels, this is something you couldn't really do with the FX3. I mean, sure, you could snap 12 megapixel photos on that, but this sensor puts you in pro mode regarding photography. It makes this camera feel way more hybrid compared to the FX3. And don't get me wrong, the FX3 is still the GOAT, the FX2 is just a little more of a budget-friendly hybrid, younger brother situation. One of the biggest wins here has to be the upgraded internal stabilization. If you throw on dynamic steady shot, you can almost use this as a reason to not use a gimbal. I might get hate for this, but I would rather have a camera that does fantastic stabilization than internal NDs. Now let's talk about that EVF. This is the first FX camera with a tilting EVF and a surprisingly comfy grip. To be totally honest, I rarely put my eye up to an EVF even when cameras have one, but hey, that's just me. So what's the downside? If you want 4K at 60p, you do get a slight crop. Not a deal breaker, but worth knowing. Has a slight crop ever affected me? No, it really hasn't. As for the fun cinema upgrades, you've got angle mode shutter, a LUT-friendly Big 6 display, dual card slots, and anamorphic support for 1.3 and 2x. The FX2 also gets improved autofocus and a built-in fan, so you don't have to stress about overheating on longer shoots. The AI autofocus is amazing, on par with Sony's latest bodies. That's about it, short and sweet. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below. I will do my best to get to them all.